guys can improve from the last 2-3 weeks?
I'm extremely happy and pleased that we've qualified. I think we've done everything in our power to qualify as well. We've topped our group. We've topped the Super Sixes as well. We've got a good net run rate, and we've had individual performances as well. So I'm really pleased with the team's progress. I just think going into this last game, we just need to be disciplined in all three departments. Again, I still don't think we've played a perfect game yet. So it's still a challenge for our boys to come on and execute in this final and be clinical.
Jason, you've qualified already. How motivated are the guys for the match tomorrow to lift the cup?
Yeah, as I just said, I think our challenge is to play a perfect game. That's my challenge I throw out to the guys, and I think everybody's up for it. We've done all the hard work, and we've been here quite a while. I think we were the first team here, and our preparation was pretty good leading into this tournament, and we've played good cricket. I don't see the point of doing so well up to this point and come, just go through the motions. So everybody's up for it, and we're looking forward to the challenge.
You have lost twice to Afghanistan in Zimbabwe. What can we expect tomorrow from you?
A better performance. We are obviously rearing to beat Afghanistan. They've gotten the better of us in the group stage game and also in the warm-up game. So now in the Super Six game and the warm-up game is all to play for here in this last game. It's a challenge to us as well. They've obviously done really well in the Super Six stages and really earned their spot here in this finals. And we're cognizant of that, and we're pretty much up for it and ready to beat Afghanistan now.
Just taking this question forward, in the last Super 6 game, they played 4 spinners, and that caused a bit of a problem. Have you worked out on your batting techniques or strategy? That is question number 1. Question number 2, West Indies have won 2 World Cups, Champs Trophies, World 2020s, Women's World 2020. This is the trophy that is probably missing from your cabinet. How motivated and committed the team is to add this trophy to the collection?
Well, to answer your first question, we played a game against Zimbabwe and we beat them with 4 spinners as well. Their spinners have done the bulk of their work in this tournament. They've been successful. I think the nature of the pitches here in Harare Sports Club, would dictate anything in excess of 220 is probably a pretty good score. And if we bat first, we're definitely looking for anywhere around that. I back my bowlers to come and defend it. In terms of adding this trophy to the collection, I think it's a trophy. We've come here to do a job. We've done half of the job, in my opinion, by qualifying for the World Cup. And the last objective is obviously to win this competition. It would mean a lot for us. As I said, I think this tournament may be a blessing in disguise for West Indies cricket, in that we can get some strong performances together. We can really get some cricket behind us and get into a winning habit. We've won quite a few games here. We've remembered now the feeling of winning, and I don't think it is a feeling that we want to leave that wants to leave the dressing room. Sorry.
You've been lucky in the sense that you've played the majority of your games here, you've been settled, and you've done well to get to the final. There's been a bit of weather around. How important is the toss for you tomorrow, and would you be particularly happy doing one thing as opposed to the other?
Well, based on how I've gone on the tosses, I don't think the toss is important to me. I've lost pretty much every toss, so it doesn't really matter to me. The biggest thing is if we bat first or bowl first, or whatever we do first, we have to do it well and set the tone for the game. That's something I always stress in the group. Whatever we do, we just need to start well. I think the nature of the pitches, as I said here, you probably need to hang in a little bit up front, give yourself a chance and bat as deep as possible. It may be a little tacky up front for the team that bats first, or it could be a situation where it's a belter. We don't know yet. We'll come tomorrow and see how the conditions stay, and can't play the weather. So at the end of the day, we've just got to play cricket.
Jason, from here on, starting with the final tomorrow, what are the plans around the squad? Are you guys looking to try other faces in the fringes, or perhaps consolidate with the unit you've got now towards the World Cup?
It's a tough question to answer right now. I think there's still quite some time before the World Cup, but I could probably guarantee the nucleus of this side will probably remain the same. Maybe 1 or 2 changes depending on how form goes, but I would like to keep this group as closely knit together as I possibly can, and for as long as I possibly can. I think they've shown commitment. They've done well for West Indies cricket, and they've put us in a position to win another World Cup. So I don't think I'd like to move too far away from this squad.
Jason, again 2 questions. Any thoughts on the playing lineup for tomorrow? That is part 1. Part 2 of the question, Chris Gayle. How important he is for tomorrow's game? Obviously, he has not been as consistent as you would like to see him, but presuming he's playing tomorrow, how big his contribution will be to make sure that you settle that score against Afghanistan from this tournament?
Well, to answer your first question, I pretty much would like to see the wicket tomorrow morning. I guess with the weather around, and when I look at the wicket this morning, sorry, it was still a bit damp. Obviously they put some water in it to keep it together. So I still like to take a look at it tomorrow morning and then finalise my 11. In terms of Chris, I think Chris, owes it to himself as well as to the team, to get his last performance on this tour. He's gone 100. He's shown glimpses of good form, and he's just not been able to carry on in a few games. But we back him 150%. He's done so much for world cricket, not only West Indies cricket, and we know what he can produce. So, and any given day, back Chris Gayle, and any opposition would fear him the longer he bats. It's just about him giving himself a chance and going as deep as possible.
Jason, what can you promise the cricket fans in the West Indies, in Zimbabwe, in the game tomorrow?
I could promise them a really good game. We're up for it, as I said. We're happy to be here in this final. It's been a dream come true in terms of achieving what we want to achieve, but that's just half the target, as I said before. And the icing on the cake would be just to win the finals tomorrow.
Jason, last question. When we last spoke after your victory, you said the victory has not sunk in. It is still early days, early times where you have qualified for the Cricket World Cup. Now it has been good 48 hours. Has it now sunk in? And what has been the response from back home since you have qualified for the Cricket World Cup? Have you received any messages, any congratulations or whatever would you like to share with us?
It's definitely sunk in now. I guess it's a burden off the shoulders, coming into this competition, being the #1 seeded team, and everybody was basically out for us. As I said, probably at the very beginning of this tour, these teams have nothing to lose and all to gain. We were in a position where we had more to lose and also a lot to gain as well. So again, it's just relief, but we've played the cricket to dictate where we are now. We've done everything people have asked of the group. We've done it under pressure. We've had individual success. We've got 3 centuries, a couple 5-wicket hauls, a couple 4-wicket hauls. We've done reasonably well in the field as well, and we've topped again the group stages, topped the Super 6 stage, and we're here for a reason. I think we deserve to be here, and I think we've played the best cricket so far in this competition based on how the series has gone. So, as I said, to put the icing on the cake tomorrow would be just to lift the trophy, and I have no doubts that if we do what is required in terms of all 3 departments and strive to play that perfect game, we'll lift that trophy tomorrow.